Hello, this is this week's study guide for Chapter 5 in William Fuller Love's Introduction to Hebrew. Make sure each week that you read through the chapter. This is very good material. You don't have to do the exercises. We'll do reading exercises, but make sure that you read through the material he has. Our vocabulary this week are these words, so it's another 25. O is or. Cherev, notice chet. Cherev is sword. Bain is between, literally it's a noun that means interval, and this is the construct state of it, but bain is what we run into most, but it's related to this word bain, put between for either one. Eser, 10. Mea, 100. Le is 2, and it will be joined to the next word. Et is with. Of course, we know et as the direct object marker, so you've got to learn both these definitions. Shame is name. We familiar with Shem, Noah's son. His name means name, so shame. Gadol is great. Amar is he said. Me'od is exceedingly, or if it's a noun, it means strength. El is to or toward. Shelemo is Solomon. Milhama, these are words all occur many times. Milhama is war, battle. Sabah is host or army. You may remember the Lord Sabaoth, his name, the Lord of host, so it's related to this word. Philistine. Atem, notice the doubling dagesh. This is you, plural masculine. Yom, we already know. Saviv is around. Elef is 1,000. Paro is Pharaoh. Ish is man, we're familiar with that. And Kohen is priest. Now, you want to make sure that you can write out these conjugations. This is a call perfect. Katal, katila, katalta, katalt, katalti. Katlu is going to have the same form for the third feminine. Katalu, kataltim, kataltin, katalnu. So you want to make sure that you can write that out well. You want to be able to get the accents marks, katalta and katalti. Make sure you have the accent mark there. The metheg, katila, make sure you get there. Katlu, metheg, and katalnu, accent mark. So make sure you get those right. When we do the imperfect, yiktol, tiktol, tiktol, tiktali, ektol, yiktilu, tiktolna, there's an accent mark, tiktilu, tiktolna, niktol. So he was killing, she was killing, you were killing, you, woman, were killing, I was killing, they were killing, that is men. They were killing, that is the they is women. You were killing, that is you men. You were killing, that is you women. We were killing. So the call imperfect of katal. Again, review the nouns. So this is horse. This is a female horse, Susa. Susim, 2 horses. Susathaim. Notice each one has an accent on that next to the last syllable. Plural, Susim, Susoth for feminine. Now, new material, we have the definite article, although we know this already, so hey plus pata plus dagesh forte in the next word. That's the normal way you say the. So if this is horse, this would be the horse. So there's the doubling dagesh there. The problem comes if the next letter is a guttural or resh, then some unusual things happen. If it's a H sound, so either hey or chet, you have what's called a virtual dagesh, so you don't put it in there, but nothing changes. So hen is a measure, a unit of measure. The hen, no doubling dagesh. Living thing, haya, ha haya, no doubling dagesh. So with the H sounds in the gutturals, no doubling dagesh. Ein, no doubling dagesh, but you do have a compensatory lengthening. So it goes from the short A to a long A. Same with Elohim, ha Elohim. And then Ruach, spirit, no doubling dagesh in a resh, but you do have the compensatory lengthening. So the main one is learn here with the pata, hey pata, doubling dagesh. Know that the gutturals do unusual things. I want you to be able to write out on the quiz from memory Genesis 1:1. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemayim ve'et haaretz. So before the semester is out, we'll memorize Genesis 1:1-5. It's the best way to get the sounds. Memorize it in sound first, and then once you have memorized the sound, learn how to write it out. It will help you. So we want to read 1:1 through 1:8. We'll read a little more than that in class, but I want you to be prepared to do 1 through 8. So Bereshit, in the beginning, or I'll read a little bit and we'll translate it. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemayim ve'et haaretz. In beginning, bara, he created. Who is the he? That he is Elohim. In the beginning, Elohim created et hashemayim, definite article, marker, definite article, doubling dagesh, the heavens, and notice that's a dual, hashemayim, va et ha aretz. Notice no doubling dagesh in the aleph, but you have compensatory lengthening. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens, the dual heavens, and the earth. And the earth, again, no doubling dagesh, was, and you can see this is she was, so this is a call perfect from Haya, but it's the third feminine singular, and it's feminine because Eretz is feminine. In the beginning, the earth, she was, tohu va-vohu. Now, often I say va-bohu, but notice that doesn't have the dagesh line there, so va-vohu is going to be the V sound there. The earth was tohu va-vohu, without form and void. Ve, there's your and, vechoshek al pnei tehom, and darkness was on the faces of the deep. We haven't learned this yet, but this is a construct. So Panaim is face, but if you want to say faces of, you change the spelling a little bit. And so this is construct, and Tehom is deep. Upon faces of the deep. When a noun is in construct, you don't ever put the on the construct noun. It gets its definiteness from the word that follows. On the faces of the deep. And Ruach Elohim, so this is going to be a construct too, Spirit of Elohim. And Spirit of Elohim, and this is a Piel participle. She was hovering, and Ruach in Hebrew is feminine in gender, so it's going to take this feminine Piel participle. And Ruach Elohim was hovering on the faces of the waters, Mayim. And waters like heaven is dual. We don't know why. In fact, some Jews think the word heavens is Sham plus Mayim, waters are there. I'm not sure if I believe that, but this word is dual, on the faces of the waters. And Elohim said, we're going to learn that when you have historical narrative, you'll start with a perfect, and then you'll follow that with a series of imperfects. And these are called converted imperfects, or vav consecutive. And whatever this is, all the others will be too. We don't know why that is, but that's how it works. So, and Elohim said, let there be light. This is a Joseph. We'll learn that later. Let there be light. And there was light. And Elohim saw, Vayar Elohim. Elohim saw Ha-or. See, this is or light, but this is Ha-or, the light. Elohim saw the light, Ki Tov, that it was good. We come here, Vayavdel. Badal in Hebrew means divide. This is a Hifil, so caused a division. And Elohim caused a division between, this is our vocabulary word, between the light and between, you notice this has the dagesh line, and this doesn't. This one doesn't because it follows a vowel sound, uvein, but this one has a consonant, ubain. So this one is the V sound, this one is the B sound. Bain ha-or uvein ha-hoshek, between the light and between the darkness. There's this is a guttural, no doubling dagesh, so it's virtually doubled. Vayikra Elohim, and God called to the light. So whenever you have two, you learned in vocabulary today that it should be le. But if it's the light, instead of le with a shavah, you'll lengthen it to a comet. So that's how you say the light. God called to the light, day, yom, and to the darkness. So again here, this is the le, but then the, not the shavah, but the A-class vowel implies that it's the. And to the light, he called, kara, layla, night. And there was evening, and there was morning, yom echad, day one. It's interesting that it's day one, but then when we get to day two, it's a second day, a third day, a fourth day, a fifth day. But then in Hebrew, when we get to the sixth day, it isn't a sixth day, it's the sixth day. And then 3 times it says the seventh day. So not exactly sure why the text is doing that, but that's what it's doing. So there was evening and there was morning, Yom Echad, day 1. And Elohim said, Vayomer Elohim. Elohim said, Yehi Rakia. Let there be a Rakia. Some people say that this is the most mysterious word. What is the Rakia? And people have been offering suggestions since the very beginning. Maimonides says the Rakia is one of the mysteries of the Kabbalah, the kind of occult version of Hebrew mysticism. It's from the root to stamp out or to smash. We'll look at it. We'll just translate it Rakia for now. It's usually translated firmament or expanse, or some people translate it vault. We're just going to go with Rakia now. Let there be a Rakia in the midst of the waters, and let it be, that's our friend from up here, God said, let there be light, and there was light. And, or the same as the Jussive here, and let it be. And then do you recognize that this badal is the same as this root? So this is a Hiphil participle. Participle is ing form of the verb. And let it be continually causing separation between waters to waters. So that tells us that the Rakia is something that separates the waters above, the waters below. And Elohim Ya'as, so this is from Yasha, made, so this is the converted imperfect, and Elohim made the Rakia. So you see this is a resh. You can't put the doubling dagesh, so it lengthens from a patha to comets, the Rakia. And it divided, so this is a Hiphil imperfect, or is it the Rakia divided? So grammatically it can be either one of those. And it divided. I think since the participle here modifies Rakia, it's going to be the Rakia that divides. And it divides between the waters which were from underneath to the Rakia. So tahat is underneath, and then from is min. The noon disappears in that doubling dagesh. So from underneath to the, notice that implies a definite article, Rakia, which were from underneath to the Rakia, and between the waters, which were from upon to the Rakia. And it was so. And God called to the Rakia Shemayim, double heavens. And there was evening and there was morning, a second day. So I don't know if you picked it up, but there's something left out in this part of the verse. All the other places says God saw blank, and God saw that the blank was good. But there's no statement about the Rakia, and God saw that it was good. It bothered the Septuagintal translator so badly that he adds it, but there's no Hebrew manuscript that has it, and so we're going to maybe talk about why that's the case. So we just read it through in Hebrew and then just translate it quickly. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'haaretz hayta tohu v'bohu ve'hoshek al pnei tehom ve'ruach Elohim merachefeth al pnei hamayim v'yomer Elohim yehi or v'yehi or v'yar Elohim et haor kitov v'yavdel Elohim bein haor uvein hachoshek v'yikra Elohim laor yom v'lachoshek kara laila v'yehi erev v'yehi voker yom echad v'yomer Elohim yehi rakia betok hamayim v'hi mavdil bein hamayim lamayim v'ya'as Elohim et harakia v'yavdel vein hamayim esher metachath la rakia uvein hamayim esher me'al la rakia v'yehi kain v'yikra Elohim la rakia shemayim v'yehi erev v'yehi voker yom sheni. And that's going to say, in beginning, Elohim created the dual heavens, the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the faces of the deep, and the Ruach Elohim was lovingly hovering over, and that's a piel, so intensely hovering over the faces of the water. And Elohim said, let there be light, and there was light, and God saw the light, that it was good, and Elohim caused a division between the light and between the darkness. And Elohim called to the light Yom, day, and to the darkness he called Laila, night. And there was evening, and there was morning, day one. And Elohim said, let there be a rakia in the midst of the waters, and let it be constantly causing a division between the waters to the waters. This implies that the rakia is touching both the upper waters and the lower waters. At least that's how John Marioka and John Walton take it, and that's how I take it too. Between the waters to the waters, and Elohim made the rakia, and it caused a division between waters which were underneath the rakia and between waters which were from upon to the rakia. And it was so. And God called to the rakia Shemayim, heavens. Notice it's a dual. And there was evening and there was morning, day, a second day. So it goes from the cardinal day one to the ordinal a second day. And notice it's not definite, it's indefinite. All right, well, we'll read some more things, but if you could go over this and work on it, get it where you can translate comfortably 1 through 8. And I can't wait to see you guys on Thursday. I'll see you then.